Welcome back, friends. This is day 5 of our OWCS Stage 3 group stage. We are so close to finding out which 8 teams from the EMEA region will advance. There we go. I got there eventually. It is I, joined by my besties, Jack and Rose, and we are ready for another banger, I think. Let's take a look at Group D, the last group to sort it out amongst themselves. Of course, Virtus.pro has already advanced, so we're now waiting to see whether it's going to be SRPeakCheck or Supershy joining them in the main event. Just, this was like 3 days from now. It's coming up soon.
It's close. It's really
approaching.
Soon.
It's very fast approaching.
It's pretty soon.
Yeah, if it's in your calendar, then it's basically here, right?
Might as well be tomorrow. Yeah?
Exactly. It's like Christmas. We're always ready for it. Now, Necra, looking at SRPeakCheck, you essentially grew up watching these players roaming the wilds of contenders, or I rather feel like you've watched them growing up. Many things have changed since, except from Cloudy, who still plays Reinhardt.
That is so true, though. I mean, this roster is so special because just like we always look at for EMEA contenders teams, it's just full of identity. And one of those players is Cloudy, just known for that Reinhardt play. I think you could also consider him a part of like the just legacy of OTPs that have been built in the EMEA region. But you also have so many other fantastic pieces that you get to round this out with. Ghost 91 that we know from the ENCE days. So kind of like coming out to round out their roster is very exciting alongside Dane, a household name, and of course Cronus and Phi. Very exciting.
Yeah, speaking of exciting things, on the side of Supershy, they looked really good yesterday whenever they managed to play the rush/brawl, whatever you want to call it, Hitori on that Maga. I think that was a great look for them. Are we going to get that rush mirror today, Jack?
I don't know, because Hardy is going to be playing the Rhine.
Hardy?
Do you play the Maga into the Rhine? I mean, potentially, yes. Do you play the round tonight? Absolutely. I think the idea probably from Supershy is if we do end up having to pick maps, we just go to maps that the Rhine isn't good. We just go to dive maps. Like, we'll just pick Dorado, we'll pick maps like that where we know they can't just run the Rhine cheese. I don't want to call it cheese, but Rhine, not the best tank hero right now, sadly, although Cloudy makes it work regardless, because the guy's got like 20k hours in that character or something silly. I mean,
he is Reinhardt at this point. Like, they merged.
Yeah, I mean, basically, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, Supershy also came off a super hot win yesterday, like you were saying, so it was a reverse sweep. Hitori, she dominated on the Winston and then on the Mauga too.
Yeah, I did really like the rush look from them, the Maga. Like, that was just, in my opinion, their best look. Let's see, audience clearly in favor of Supershy. Let's see if SRPeakCheck can make something happen today and advance to the main event. We'll find out after this series. Guys, take it away.
Thank you very much. So, yes, Supershy versus SRPeakCheck. God, one of my favorite names, I think, of the new OWCS format system, in all honesty. People are still calling it SR as well. Like, that has not left the vernacular. And it won't for a long time, I'd imagine, until people come in and go, what's SR mean? People in chat right now, first-time gaffs. What is SR? Well, little Timmy, sit down and I'll tell you a long, historied, like a long time ago when the rank system was all big numbers. Or small numbers if you were back in the very start of Season 1, Episode 1, Overwatch 1.
Or small numbers if you're also low ranked on.
Or if you're or if you like tragically low ranked,
That's
like
tragic.
sub 500 SR,
Anyway,
all right, Supershy.
Let's go.
Supershy and SRPeakCheck. Names are flipped there. They'll be flipped around in just a moment, but Cloudy, of course, are running the Rhine, and no surprise here. Like So was saying, a little bit of rush coming through from Supershy. And with the May, this is going to be the big challenge for Cloudy. He can do it in solo queue. Can he do it in an elimination game, or a decider game, I should say?
Well, the rush is really important as well because you're looking at this static backline. Like Ghost 91, you're almost always going to expect to run the Baptiste. So the Ramatra plus Lucio is one great way. You can just push them over, run them over. Phi is going to be picking up the May as well, so it is going to be a little bit of like the rush versus rush with the Reinhardt and the Ramatra being the differences in between the two. Alongside this Symmetra, actually, so if we can actually see this sim set up, then this is definitely a way that Cloudy can play a little silly with it and actually get around this May.
Cloudy sits in a corner, hopes he doesn't die to the Ram. Valiant attempt. Look at how much healing Ghost is doing right now, but not enough. Not enough. Nice little boop there onto the Mei. And behind the shield, Cloudy goes in for the pit. Nice bit of cleave damage as well from Cloudy, being kept alive. Ghost is doing the most amount of work possible right now. Healing up Cloudy from sub 100 HP, who is permanently at that point. Sobek, happily for Zoe, using the Jazzy Lucio skin, and there is the kill onto Fi. Supershy still control the point, however. Sobek is being a bit of a menace on the Lucio right now, permanently contesting. Ghost filches Zoro eventually, but still they are contesting. There's no stopping Sobek, just continuing his dominance on the point, eventually shut down by the turret. And there's a 66% start for Supershy.
It's the vibes with the Jazzy Lucio skin. It keeps you so calm, cool, and collected that you can just talk for hours. That is just the secret ticket right there. So we can be a hater all she wants, but I think that is the best skin in the game. We got SRPeakCheck finally making a dent though into some of the progress on this point. Cloudy does have a big Earth Shatter ready to go. You just gotta leave it behind this Ramatra shield. That's gonna be the biggest problem. There's a Mei wall too.
Vortex already used. Fi with some good damage there onto Pac and onto Zoro. Some of those right clicks scoring just half health chunks and then a fire strike. There's a lot of like one hit combos in a way, right? The Sim and then the Mei just right clicks. If they end up comboing you out, it could be almost instant death. Good fight from SRPeakCheck, only using that Shatter.
Yeah, and the Shatter actually didn't even feel like it got very much, but it was enough that you kind of scatter the forces and allow Fi and Danny to start cleaning things up. And so Supershy, they do go back. Hitori with the self-elimination there does mean that like she can come back into this one. The Annihilation 2 is going to be so nice to have for this next fight.
Good Blizzard. Charge though.
Good wall.
Getting Cloudy out of danger. Same with that wall. Yep. Wall at Blizzard being utilized by SRPeakCheck to hold down this point. And hold it, they do. Looks like Tori, she's probably... Oh, she doesn't... Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, Kronos has sound barrier already. Gonna try and boop away the bat, though. See you later.
Well, last chance here, though, for Supershy to get back into this one. They didn't use the Annihilation, so Hitori does have that for a bit more survivability and also just hopefully some firepower heading into this next one. But the fact that the Cronus still has a sound barrier to let loose is a huge deal. And they're walking into an amplification matrix.
Sobek is dead, surely. Good shots from Fi from downtown there. Lamp deployed, 1 HP there from Ghost, like it received the sound barrier from Kronos. Hitori, she ends up going down, even using that Annihilation. It's really rough too. You're walking into that window, even you're folding your arms, it's still too much damage. And SRPeakCheck, they're gonna claim round 1.
Yeah, hey, you can't count the Reinhardt out. I'm just saying, to all of the viewers at home, you can't count the Reinhardt out. Looks like we did have a quick disconnect there, so Potanova's coming back into the lobby, no problem. But yeah, I'm not too pressed about it. Like, especially if you're a Rhine OTP, you have a ton of experience making it work on maps that maybe you don't expect it to. I choose to believe.
Can't imagine Supershy going to change too much about that comp. Cloudy? Little shout.
Just a shout.
Yeah, it's just a shout. A little shout, a little charge. As yeah, SRPeakCheck around the same kind of thing. Same as Supershy. See how well they handle this first fight. TP, straight to the back, straight on top of the bookcase. Oh, Ghost already dead. To the fire of Zoro. Nice lamp in this corner. There's almost no chance of you actually getting that. And killing it. Cloudy is super low too. Really nice heads-up play from SRPeakCheck. Teleporting on top of that little bookcase so the teleporter doesn't get instantly blown up and you can drop onto people, but the dynamite killing Ghost that early on, you're looking for at least a couple of kills from Cloudy with one swing, otherwise that fight is done.
And Zoro was so ready for it, right? Because you saw the teleporter come through and it was I'm gonna dynamite and make sure that everybody is gonna be very, very hurt, very in pain. What happened? Sobek just got sniped.
Don't know, but Kronos is dead as well. All good. We
Doesn't
traded.
matter, I guess. Ooh, we wiped. We wiped, actually. Yeah.
Late kill? Nice, not bad. Not bad at all.
That's just even more progress there for Supershy, even without having to use ultimates either. Like, Sobek has gotten picked off early enough that gonna be trailing a little bit in terms of the actual ultimate charge up to the sound barrier, but Cronus is also in the same boat because the SRPeakCheck has lost so many fights, so it's not too big of a deal. Hattori having this Annihilation ready for the next time SRPeakCheck come in though is huge. Like,
or if Hattori just rips it now, yeah. I mean, they're all in this small enclave. Like, hey, go for it.
Go.
Yeah, there you go. Hattori picks up 2.
Who's next?
SRPeakCheck with the reset. They got a lot of also. I mean, you got Window to start off the fight to kind of scatter Supershy, then create space with it, and then just Blizzard / Shatter. A lot of options to how to tackle this fight, but it looks like Supershy might want to go early. Yeah, they're going to Blizzard. Blizzard Cloud equal them Hardy then. Both fine players.
Looking in
Good proactive play from Supershy, stopping SRPeakCheck setting up.
Well, they know Cronus didn't have sound barrier. Like, if Sobek doesn't, Cronus surely doesn't, right? So just use the May Blizzard so early. Do it again, actually. Look at this.
Oh, no. What a wall. Stop that fire strike from actually connecting. Podanova might end up surviving. Cronus using that sound barrier to push forward. They are going to be able to touch as well. What a team wipe from SRPeakCheck. A little bit too aggressive there from Supershy. Using the window at the spawn doors. Respect, but didn't end up working out for them. And they didn't manage to burn SRPeakCheck's Blizzard or Wall either, which is kind of unfortunate. However, you do save your sound barrier.
Yeah, but the sound barrier could actually just get negated by this wall. Like, what if you block up that Lucio's area of effect so you don't deliver the sound barrier? I don't know. It's just going to be a little rough, I think. But SRPeakCheck, they're going to hold pretty close. Kind of expecting the Ramatra's going to have to pivot away.
Little rotation here from Supershy. They're going to re-rotate down onto this small choke point. Nice wall on Hattori. She does manage to stay alive. And the sound barrier in hand, Sobek is just escorting the team around the side. And, well, SRPeakCheck can do the same thing, right? Just rotate Cloudy, but it looks like they're Supershy going on the long detour around to the SRPeakCheck mega health back room. Eventually these walls are going to come back up. As you can see, Danad is a little bit stuck right now. Needs some desperate help. Manages to get away. And that's a lot of damage on the shield as well. Hattori going pretty low. There's the wall. Pretty defensive one. Mind you, and the Blizzard should at least result in 1 kill. There it is. Zoro caught. However, OT is going to get triggered here as Supershy find the cat mid-fight. Podanova down, however, does probably mean SRPeakCheck take this one, unless there's insane amount of boops coming through from the Lucio, but quite unlikely. That's the second one, in fact. Escronos almost met his maker.
By cleaning up the rest of it. You still have the amplification matrix too, as well as this shatter. So SRPeakCheck, that they really wanted to, could try to play a little far forward, but we saw how that went for Supershy. Don't know if you really want to play as risky with it, but it is knowing especially that it's last fight. They're gonna actually let Supershy walk in here. They don't want to hold up close. They know that
they got window as well. What a shield from Hattori! Blocks it with the ram shield. That's something you don't see every day. Fire strike through the window though. Incinerates Bob. SRPeakCheck with 10% to go now. Got control of the point. Supershy was contesting it for a brief moment, but they end up backing off, grouping as 5. Cloudy with no shatter in hand. No, he's a little bit more vulnerable now as Hattori makes her move. Pushing into the front line, the ping comes in and Cloudy misses. I thought that was going to connect. I think Cloudy thought so the same. Oh no! Sobek finds the boop. Cloudy off the map. No! Sobek finds another 2! What? What did I just see? Sobek with 3 boop kills in that fight. And that's going to be round for Supershy. Hey, Jazzy Lucio on top.
It's the tunes, it's the vibes. We're gonna convert Zoe into a believer. I like make it my life's mission to make Zoe enjoy the skin. That is crazy though. Like to know that I think that's how that round is going to finish is absolutely wild. Like I think that especially if you are dealing with the Blizzard from Pack, Fi gets a chance to actually blizzard to the Blizzard as well. Danid was so close to another photon barrier that if that fight extends, then SRPeakCheck are actually in like a really good position to win out that fight and just win out the map. But we're going to Village, so let's talk about some really good Reinhardt maps. This could totally be one, especially if you're able to get control of the map first, and then you also have the Maywall and the Symmetra as well. You could set it up for success here. But Jaws, I'm still reeling after that last fight.
Yeah. We'll get some replays, don't worry. Whoa. Pack insta-dead.
Well,
that was a Lucio damage, fire strike, right click from May, just everything.
Yeah.
Very personal choke. I said before, like, it is pretty scary, like the amount of one-shot potential you have.
Yeah.
With the powerful right clicks from the Sim and the May.
It's true.
All right, and Pack is switching over to Pharah. Don't mind this whatsoever. Who touches the Pharah here is only Ghost. Only Ghost.
That's if Ghost even has an angle. But yeah, you're so busy trying to kill up Cloudy with taking all of his focus fire.
A Cloudy charge there. Oh, that wall. A little bit too far forward there, or too close to the corner even from Phi. Couldn't lock themselves into the side of the points. There goes Pack. Pack just stopped. Pack just killed themselves with the rocket. Pack was like, I've got this kill, guys. Don't worry. Ghost is going to die. And then Pack just kills, just shoots the wall instead and ends up eliminating themselves. Unfortunately.
Yeah, see? Ghost doesn't have to do the job if Pack's didn't do it for him.
True. Facts.
Well, a little bit of progress here for SRPeakCheck. Supershy currently in control of the point, but this teleporter is going to move SRPeakCheck fast, and Hitori is exposed again.
Oh, yeah, good luck. No way you're surviving that. Window into the charge. It's like Korean contenders back in 2019. SRPeakCheck holding down the fort. Good TP usage there from Danet.
Reinhardt, Earthshatter, vibing, ready to go. Cronus is going to have a sound barrier too, so that could be a big deal as well, because Sobek is a little bit late to the punch on this one. But can they get the sound barrier up maybe in time for even something like this barrage? That's what I worry about here. Pack's very close to that.
Well, they're going to use Bob first, trying a little bit of space. Pack looking for somebody. Decent Bob positioning too. It's actually near the point. Sound barrier comes through as Cloudy just swinging on Hitori. But did somebody just die with... Was that an AJ from Sobek?
Yeah.
Oh, dearie me. There's the Blizzard as well from SRPeakCheck. I mean, Supershy without any support ultimates. They're going to be... not going to be too happy about that fight, but it's all good. Zora's on the field, you're chilling. And Pack doing so much damage too. Two ultimates available for Supershy for this next fight. And here is the AJ Cloudy. So it just explodes in a puff of molten lava. I love it. That mythic weapon skin goes kind of crazy. 80% on the board for SRPeakCheck. Yeah, that is... not exactly where Dane wanted to put that teleporter, and they go straight into a barrage and an annihilation. Not sure you needed two ults there, but my god, did it look cool.
It also makes a statement, you know, just be like, hey, don't mess with us. But it doesn't leave them with very little to actually go into this next fight with. Knowing that SRPeakCheck is also going to have an amplification matrix and the photon barrier is a really easy way to start splitting up these fights, and you can just cut off Hitori from the rest of the supports and Zoro as well.
Good little boot there. I thought Ghost was getting a call out. Wall available from Danet. Truly powerful tool in this comp. We'll see if he wants to deploy it. Beautiful land from Podanova though, keeping the front line alive. Hitori lives to fight another day. However, they are fighting against this window still. SRPeakCheck are in full control right now. That Dynamite's doing a lot of damage, and here comes the wall. Danet's already dead though. Cloudy just swinging through. There's a lot of AoE damage coming through right now from the Rhyme, but it is just too much to bear. It's a back and forth map. Kind of classically so with these May Sim comps who end up capping the point, and the team that had capped before, they have to recontest. But now you look at what you're running into if you're SRPeakCheck Rose. Window, Bob, barrage, good luck, have fun. Maybe the sound barrier saves them, but it's looking highly unlikely as they take high ground.
Yeah, especially because it's not up yet. Like, you're just going to be taking so much damage. Oh, Cloudy's just in, though. Absolutely rushes over to the point, hoping maybe that you get a chance to set up these big turrets, and that could be useful.
A devious flank from Phi, burning the block pretty early. There's the beat. Bob deployed, same with the window on the point. A cheeky teleporter from Danet, but will he survive? These damage rockets are just a pain to deal with, and everybody is so low. Barrage available from Pack. He sets himself up in the corner, and there's the barrage. He hits the ground. Ellie's Cloudy down, and the annihilation to follow up. Hitori's going to finish this one out pretty strong, as no one from SRPeakCheck can touch any longer, and Supershy are going to take map one.
What a fun map that we had, though. Very back and forth for both of these teams. We had the Reinhardt have its way in that very first round, but as we started to progress through the series, it did feel like, okay, well, how do you hit the Pharah, right? Village definitely just full Pharah all the way, and even when we were looking at Sanctum, there was just so much going on, and too little time to actually get this Reinhardt and teleporter set up. It felt like they were kind of just continuing to bash their head against this wall of, well, Mei.
Yeah.
But also just like the Ramatra.
Yeah, the Ram pretty good against Ryan. You can shield, you can then turn into giant Ram, and then you can just wail on the Ryan while they sit there and hold shield. It's, yeah, as soon as that character kind of got announced, or like, oh, here's what Ram does, etc., it's like, he's pretty good against Ryan. Ryan can't do anything. He cannot swing his hammer and also hold shield, while Ram could just sit there in front of you just wailing on you. It's, yeah, it's pretty rough for Cloudy out there for the time being. Nepal, when they faced against EXO, it was a 2-0 on Nepal. Suravasa and Runasapi is the other maps they did end up winning, so I imagine we're going to see them. This comp, obviously, very map dependent, although it can work. It's kind of London Spitfire-esque, right? TPing, and you have Mei, you've got Ryan. It's like how these comps are supposed to be played in 2024, 2023, in like Overwatch, like new Overwatch. This is how this comp is supposed to be played, and so it's very map dependent. We have literally
seen this though on Gibraltar, like just to the point where you're saying, like,
sure, yeah,
well, it is map dependent. We have literally seen Space Station play this map on Gibraltar.
Yeah,
like, so it's possible.
It is possible, but it sucks on Gibraltar. Like, it's not good. So will we see that? Well, Gibraltar's not in the pool, but like, will we see like non-Rhine maps being picked by SRPeakCheck? Probably not. And this is going to be the big problem. They're on the back foot, so they get to choose. But as soon as Supershy end up picking, they're going to go to things like Dorado, which kind of leads me to think, if you are SRPeakCheck right now, you want to take the game mode that has the least friendly Rhine maps. So like, push in general, you can definitely play Rhine on like all those maps, that's fine, like TPs and stuff like that. With Suravasa, or sorry, Flashpoint, you can play it on Suravasa, you can play it on New Junk City. So I would imagine you're probably going to a hybrid or escort here. And if you're going to go hybrid, that would make the most sense, because then you take away, or yeah, if you want to pick a hybrid, no, I was thinking escort. If you're going to go escort, you want to pick a map that's not like Dorado, for example, right? You want to just pick a map that's pretty linear, you can just use the Rhine, you can TP around and stuff, and then you take away that opportunity for Supershy to pick something like Dorado. So that is where I'm kind of thinking right now. We're going to go to Circuit, however, it's going to be the escort map. So it will be an escort, but Circuit, not conventionally a Rhine map, but we've seen Rhine teams use this map pretty effectively with the Mei, just crossing that massive amounts of distance. And I wonder if that's going to prompt Supershy to run the Ram again. I don't think they're going to run Sigma, because you're just going to get run over. So
yeah, I do think it has to be a Ramatra angle, but that's why I'm a little confused, because we do see teams pick Ramatra quite a bit on this map in order to at least do like a close spawn hold on their defensive side, and then just you can kind of go from there. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Better than Dorado.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that's the main thing, right? It's like, it's better than Dorado. It's better than a map that Hattori can play like Winston or something. So we're going to go to Escort, we're going to go to Circuit. It's pretty nice. Look, you come out the spawn, you go to that little room with the little mini in it, you TP up to the high ground, push around on the bridge, then you hold the corner, wait for TP, then you TP past the big like long thing, and then you TP on the back line, and then you wait, you chill if you're getting kited, and you're all good. There you go. There's the game plan for SRPeakCheck. I'm not sure if they're actually gonna do that, but that's what I have in my head at the very least. Let's quickly hop over to a new short featuring Juno before we get into this next map.
Flight, we're wondering why you haven't fired primary boosters yet. All systems appear optimal.
I just need a minute. It is so hard to say goodbye. to the only home I've ever known.
I understand. But the colony isn't safe anymore, and our window of opportunity is closing. So let's get you on your way to your new home.
Next stop, Earth. Initiating boosters in 3, 2, 1. Control?
Our sensors indicate an external issue.
External?
Follow protocols and you'll be fine. But you have to hurry.
Careful. I'm going to find a way to save you. All of you. I think I see the problem.
Copy that.
Okay.
Don't panic. You're okay.
I am definitely not okay. Why did I think I could do this?
Juno, I believe in you. You've trained for this kind of thing your whole life. You have all the tools you need.
Okay. All right. I have all the tools I need. Control. Problem solved.
Hear that? We're all so proud of you. I want you to live a long, happy life on Earth, sweetheart. Always remember, I love you.
I love you too, Mom. Okay, Earth. Here I come.
Attention, unknown craft. Halt your approach and identify yourself.
It is too late to halt. I'm coming in very hot. Who is this?
This is Overwatch. I am tracking your trajectory and will have someone meet you. For my records, where did you come from?
I am from Mars, and my name is Juno.
Welcome back. Yeah, we just had to quickly change the servers, and we should be good to go. SRPeakCheck versus Supershy. The last match here in the EMEA. One more team could make it through to the main event next week. Will it be Supershy or will it be SRPeakCheck? A lot of the chatters, I believe, were voting for Supershy to win this game. I think it was like 77% or something. It was pretty high. But SRPeakCheck, they did end up going down. They do get to choose their map, and they're going to Circuit Royale.
Circle Royale, we can expect to see a little bit more of the Reinhardt here, probably more of the Ramatra from Supershy, but I'm really interested to see if I might end up thinking about picking up one of his pocket Widowmaker picks. Very good on the hit scan heroes, has been playing a lot of the Mei in order to make sure that this roster can get rounded out in terms of this rush, but I kind of feel like if maybe you're seeing the Ramatra shield or the Mei walls not too big of threats, you can potentially bring out that Widowmaker on the attack and just see if you can actually get something to work with it. Otherwise though, honestly, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Maybe it's a little broke because SRPeakCheck didn't win the first map, but still, like, you might just be your bread and butter.
Yeah, I mean, there's always an opportunity to do so on Widow on this map. We will see.
I get not starting out on it, honestly. I do understand that. But I'm like, you know, if it starts to... the plan starts to falter, then you do have the Widowmaker you could fall back on if you want.
Yeah, if you're feeling like you can get a nice pick first. See what the TP. My prophecy is coming true, but it also makes the most sense for this kind of comp. Oh yeah, Zoro caught out completely, way too far forward. The TP is just such a good tool to wrap around the enemy team, like a bun does to a sandwich, you know?
Like a hot dog bun?
Yeah, like a sandwich, the bun wraps around the sandwich contents. That's what I'm saying. The TP
No, it
wraps
doesn't.
around the enemy team.
Well, I guess it depends on if you don't cut the bun all the way through.
Yeah, you do, yeah. In this instance, I'm not cutting the bun all the way through.
Okay, all right, good. I like it. Good talk. Like a pita bread, pita pocket.
Potted luckily there, saving Hattori. Wall comes up. Cloudy, unhindered, unwavering, in his attempt to play Ryan on every map possible. Nice ping kill onto Pack. These windows are going to come up really fast too, but Zoro's still putting in some decent damage from afar. It's pretty low, receives a couple of those healing orbs from his Baptiste. And even a window deployed too. Cloudy's got to be careful. They actually have to use the sound barrier to finish this fight, but the bomb is on the point. Oh no, the turret! Pottenova didn't kill it in time, and Danet's turret does the rest. I mean, SRPeakCheck can play all the way up there. They've not got to worry about Pottenova's healing now.
Nope. You don't have to worry about the bomb either, because that's been thrown out. It's expired. Oh, the higher strike.
Good wall. Annihilation's going to come out as well, but Hattori's not going to survive long. She ends up getting slain by Cloudy. Nice wall uses there from Pack, lifting up the ram so no one, or like Cloudy couldn't instantly kill him. That was Pottenova going down to, that was a MVP play from Daned's turret there.
That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, that did open up the fight a lot. Hattori using the Annihilation there, though. If she's not switching, I kind of would have liked to see that actually being held for this next fight. You could have gone for the overkill, the Annihilation in the Blizzard. You do have the sound barrier, though, which is going to be nice to have. It's just the barrier advantage, especially knowing that Fire does actually have the Blizzard as well. But yeah, you don't have the Annihilation for this next fight, so you're going to have to play around your sound barrier a little bit better.
Blizzard relevant for Fire 2. Was looking for a cheeky little angle. Sound barrier. Early usage from Sobek as they throw in that Blizzard, separating SRPeakCheck, but they've all managed to group up in this small room. Fire right now, the only one isolated from the team, but happy just to do so. Has got a utility to use if they really need it. Blizzard thrown out into the backline now of Supershy. Hattori's all on her lonesome. Ends up getting taken out. Again, the Blizzard's doing so much work, splitting the team, but it looked like SRPeakCheck there. A little bit more experience with it. That should be at point 2 as well. SRPeakCheck making this one a little bit of a speed run.
It's going to be a good amount of time now, over 5 minutes into this this next point. So it feels pretty good. Okay, sorry, a little less than 5 minutes. Think about like the good old days. Got a lot of time there, but no, it's with our Shatter in tow as well as the sound barrier. Already teleporting up to the high ground too and splitting up Tori.
What a shatter. Can they get someone off the map? Yo, see you later. Is that a double kill? Oh, Cloudy gets 2. He pins Potto off and Sobek went with him. I mean, that is unbelievable from Cloudy.
Oh, so actually goated. This is why watching the OTPs are so fun, because they get to do silly things like this, and for our benefit as the viewers is great.
Cloudy's already back too. That wall, basically a giant Ryan shield, going to help that payload get around this final corner here. It's Hardy, the menace in the front line on this Ryan. Annihilation has been popped. Will end up fading away as Cloudy holds the shield so it doesn't tick anybody down. So therefore doesn't extend. An aggressive window usage here, but Hattori's already through window, but Fire and Chronos end up just peeking around it. Pretty easy couple of kills there. And Cloudy lands yet another pin kill.
Oh, I'm laughing. I'm only laughing because it's like you could use those names interchangeably. I think people will always understand what you mean. Is big Reinhardt player do well.
Yeah.
Like, good Reinhardt player is fun.
I bet I haven't carded Cloudy in a long time. Shatter available from Cloudy now on the high ground. Oh, easy as that. Sobek down, and that should be point. That Blizzard 2 is just going to be the final nail in the coffin. A nice little land to keep them alive, but it's only the Ash that remains. And SRPeakCheck defy the meta on Circuit Royale. 3 minutes in the time bank.
Oh my goodness. Just Reinhardt's doing Reinhardt things is like fantastic. Look at this again. You get the Earth Shatter. The Immortality Field does come out in time to be able to save everybody, but look at this. Like Lucio goes off into the distance. Whee! I like that.
That would have been a triple too if there was no coach from Zoro.
Exactly. That's what I was looking at. I was like, oh, is this gonna be like 3 players? Like that would have been crazy. But yeah, the coach gun was perfect. That's so funny though. I want more of that, please. You know they're not gonna make the same mistake twice. They're never gonna take a fight by the water.
Surely they don't make the same mistake twice.
Yeah, never.
We'll see. All right, Supershy's offense now. 3-minute time back is pretty impressive. It's going to be the same thing here. That I don't think there's going to be any changes on either side. I mean, maybe if you really wanted to be greedy here from Supershy, you could run something like an Ana, but I think it's too risky. Not enough healing either. Like, you need that AoE healing because of how AoE these comps are.
Yeah, definitely. No, I think it's working. Like they found their groove, right? But now that we actually see the side swapped, the Symmetra maybe not as easy to actually use to finagle some of these attacks. You're gonna see the Ramatra once again though here for Hitori as they come out of spawn. Zaro as well in the Ash, so we're just running back the same types of comps. Already, yeah, I was gonna say the ice block is crazy early.
Hello, Danit. You're in our spawn. Zoro's wondering why Danit is all the way back there. Really early holder or an attempted hold. Always worth a try. Team kill though, coming through from Supershy.
Gotta try it at first. You could have, like, you just have to do it because it guarantees you 2 extra chances here for this first phase. Like, you get a chance to come around this corner, and probably if the fight gets taken quickly, then you get a chance right at the end. But you can see, like, Reinhardt already kind of take this close corner, and the teleporter helps out too. The cheeky fire strike angle.
Yeah, just making sure Supershy aren't overextending their boundaries or anything, and just kind of checking them on the high ground. You see Zoro once again has to coach gun away from that TP, so Danik clearing that height pretty effectively. Tori clearing Cloudy though is not a good sign for SRPeakCheck's push.
Yep, that is another one out of the way, and because of how late that is, I actually don't know if they're going to be able to get another recontest. You see the wave respawns coming through. Maybe with a teleporter, they can just, you know, bounce themselves down onto the point. There you go.
This window's good as well from 5. Look, that Blizzard straight on top. See if Hitori can clean up here. Should be able to. Yeah, it was a really aggressive window there from Ghost. Not too far back, so it's the Ram. You just kind of walk through it. Same with everybody else. They got the speed. There's no real space to actually utilize it.
Or the Mei walls it off, and then it's yeah, absolutely useless. But there you go. A very quick 0.8 capture here for Supershy. They're still holding on to the Annihilation. They got a window of their own now, too. And the sound barrier. Cronus still needs to get that online. So, like, if the Annihilation just comes out now, I mean, you know, go for it, right? Hitori's been really good at popping these early and just punching through things.
Fight holding that block for as long as possible to make sure they don't get eliminated by the Bob. That walk's pretty good. It's going to separate the team, and Dan is going to make full use of that. B comes in from Sobek, hits both himself and Hitori, who's being kept alive somehow. That lamp doing Lord's work there. Polonova throwing that in that small room. But eventually, as it kind of breaks down, Fi just sniping people from afar. And this is a really good holding point too for SRPeakCheck. They're going to be able to juggle these corners. Cloudy's got the Earth Shatter as well. Anything is possible here.
Oh, another one. Just don't fight over behind the wall, please. Or actually, maybe for the viewer experience. But yeah, just going for the Earth Shatter here. Like, especially if Hitori is going to walk forward, you can use this a little bit reactively.
Oh, there's the window used. Yeah, already. Good wall by Pack, stops the window, getting immediate value. I've spotted a couple of people. Yeah, they spotted Zorro on the staircase. Should be able to get a double kill here. Yeah, Kronos picks up Sobek as well. It looks like they were trying to find a small angle to try and pick someone off, but, you know, very aggressive.
Another couple of minutes stalled off the clock here as you look at the next fight too, with the amplification matrix on the return here from Potanova. The Blizzard, I think, could also be pretty big here depending on where you actually want to take this fight. Out in the open too, with all these May walls, you can make yourself a nice little arena.
That was a very early land coming through, and goes under a lot of pressure by Sobek. And he's already dead too. Yeah, it's a lost fight from SRPeakCheck. Cloudy's not going to use Shatter here. Dana's not going to use Wall. Just wait to be cleaned up, store some more time. There's the team kill. Still got a lot to use. And again, not a bad point at all for the Reinhardt and the May and everything else. Like, you can hold up pretty close. You got to be careful, though, because right now, I mean, Supershy, they're kind of at their full strength, especially when it comes to these DPS ults. They throw that Blizzard in the choke point. Good luck getting through. It looks like they're actually just going to TP behind this little gazebo here and try and find a different avenue of attack.
Smart.
Shadow lands, only hits one. Hitori pretty low. Oh, what a wall by Fi. Stops that lamp actually connecting with Hitori, so that invulnerability cannot be utilized. The good stuff.
Super good. I mean, the reaction time has just been absolutely great. Like, the Fi has been such a fantastic
They did not see Potanova hiding in the corner. Super secret agent Potanova.
Look, it's good. Baptiste is like the medic secret agent for Overwatch. You know?
Stealth. Somber invisibility.
The moon boots are not quiet, though, unfortunately.
Oh, Blizzard thrown in. That's a very far toss there by Pack. Can they actually secure a freeze? No, it doesn't look like it. Even that TP used by SRPeakCheck to get out of there. Here comes the Annihilation. Soundbite from Kronos too. They're on a good angle here. They can't get taken out too quickly. However, they need this sound barrier in, but Cloudy's already down despite that wall being used. 5-person beat. Supershy. They're going to survive this Blizzard. I think at least Tori, has spot the Annihilation. Maybe thought they were going to go down. So ends up just ripping that. Find 3 kills. SRPeakCheck. They burn the wall. They burn the Blizzard. They've only got the sound barrier left, but Supershy equally a rather expensive affair in that last fight.
But they had to. They were running out of time. And so now they only have the 2 minutes to enter into third. And if they got stopped again, it's just going to be really difficult to pick up the pace and try to get this payload to match that. But that's kind of what Supershy are playing for right now, is just anything. They got to finish the map. They only have the amplification matrix right now.
Pin. Oh, nice block. Just to the final frame there. Zorro with an unbelievable angle with the window. That should be a dynamite kill onto Danid, yeah. I mean, SRPeakCheck, as soon as they use their TP, they can't regroup and relocate somewhere to stop Zorro and Potanova getting away with murder there. So they end up just falling over to the Ash on the high ground using the window.
Alright, so window now expended, leaves the Bob here for Zorro to push over, and that might just be enough point presence to actually get this over the line. But they only have a minute, so very little room for error, as this is going to be their last attempt to do this cleanly as a full team of 5.
Yeah, a minute versus 3. Gotta be careful
Already
if you've got Zorro. However, that Bob is going to prove quite the thorn in the side for SRPeakCheck. They're responding to it with a sound barrier, but LH Cloudy is... well, his overhealth's already disappeared. The Bob is doing a crazy amount of damage right now, and just a suppression as well. Good triple tap onto Fi's back. Pack picks up 1 kill, puts the Blizzard on the point. Cloudy down, and there goes the payload. SRPeakCheck now just bundling, just jumping onto the point, just delaying as much time as humanly possible. I think that's going to be about it. 1 minute versus 3:37. As Supershy, they get that 3rd point.
The fact that they finished is great. They actually do have an opportunity to win this out and go to match point already in the series. But that's only a minute to work with. We've seen a ton of teams, though, on Circuit specifically this stage, just take that minute and turn it into so much. So I don't even want to be like, okay, SRPeakCheck, you got this. Like 3.5 minutes, all good. Because we've seen teams, even with that time bank advantage, not be able to convert it over in the same way as when you know your backs are against the wall and you're like heavy breathing, trying to make sure that you got all that adrenaline pumping through you to carry you through that 1 minute.
Who's popping champers in the pool there?
The pigeons, actually.
Pigeons?
Yeah, the pigeons in the floaty.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Yeah, speaking of which, Rose, we have seen some insane pushes on circuit. We saw one yesterday with a minute to go, reached third pretty much. So anything is possible with a minute on circuit is what I've learned over the last couple of days. Oh, yes. This is...
silly strat.
This strat here,
silly.
It always reminds me of the 2023 Korean World Cup team when they full-held a team in the qualifiers. And it's like, come on. They're just full-holding teams when they were doing the APAC qualifiers. It was just ridiculous.
One would say this is a peak check. This is an SRPeakCheck right here.
Yeah, right.
It really only happens with those teams that do have like a significant gap between them in terms of skill level. So here you go. They do get at a spawn though, not to worry. But not.
Cloudy is down. I really like that. A TP from Pack and then switches over to May to throw icicles. Just no one die here. Pack is dead. Unfortunate. All good. You are pretty close to spawn, so not too much of an issue. But still, 30 seconds birth from SRPeakCheck. They're going to get 3 fights. All spawning together pretty much. Well, the last 3 spawners coming in with Kronos being the important one, the Lucio.
Still, there's enough time off the clock where you do get a chance to come in one more time, and maybe the Earth Shadow from Cloudy could be enough. Cloudy's still been able to hit those, especially with like 5 pulling up a wall or something to block the Immortality Field as we saw a turn ago. So let's see if Cloudy can get it done. Gonna be the first one to do an ultimate in this game.
Pretty heads up play there by Zora, just waiting for that downed TP to come in. That's what happened last time around. Cloudy 3% away from the Shadow. Misses the fire strike, but it's all good. Can kind of play on this corner now as overtime is here. Fire strike lands, there's the pin, hits nothing, hits the block, that's about it. Shadow lands, does connect, but where's the follow-up? Annihilation rip from Hattori. As quick as Cloudy got his ultimate online, Hattori was right there with him. And Hattori kills 3 with the Annihilation. She's going to be able to win the fight for the team as Supershy find the team kill as they continue their march towards first.
Oh, okay. Ghost UC Amplification Matrix is actually going to use this opportunity to go play something different. It's going to be the Life Weaver that comes out until he goes back to spawn and thinks better of it, and is going to go for the Baptiste instead. Maybe helping to just reposition somebody really fast, and then come back out and go for the Baptiste. This is it. Like, Supershy could start to run away with things here. Knowing that you got 2 pretty high-value ultimates out of SRPeakCheck, this Blizzard from Fi's got to be huge. So big
Zora didn't get beat.
There.
Zora didn't get beat. Oh, and Fi. I think Fi, did Fi get frozen out of his ult there? Not entirely 100%, but that will be round. I think one of the mates got frozen out of their ultimate. Or the other side of things, Pack, potentially. Probably Pack there, because I think Fi
Pack did. Yeah,
yeah,
Fi threw it out, and then...
Yeah, Pack, I think, got frozen out of ultimate. I think I heard the voice line get interrupted. Supershy with a halt. Just after first. Only 8 meters after first, which is a little bit unfortunate. 3 minutes and 37 seconds for SRPeakCheck.
That should be enough time.
It should be enough.
It really should be
almost
enough
a
time.
full time bank for SRPeakCheck there. So even with like, oh, we lose the first fight, we've got a lot of they use ults. Yeah, exactly. They use ults in the fight. We don't. We win the next because we got more ults. Like ult advantage kind of snowball there. Very doable to just get it after first. I mean, look at that, how close that box of victory is, and a really awkward place to defend as well. If you are Supershy.
Yeah, 2, 3. You get realistically 3 good contests, and you can use the close strat again. Then you get the first quarter of the big boutique, and then you can go ahead and do a little bit of a recontest again at that first checkpoint. But they're actually even choosing not to go for the close hold, like as we would sometimes see underneath that building. And Cloudy's going to use this opportunity to push the advantage, use those fire strikes to actually push them back. It's a lot of space to have to give up here, knowing that you have 3.5 minutes to contend with.
Oh, they're pinning in. Oh, good coach gun. Subs Cloudy getting an immediate ping kill. They flip the map. Dan taking a lot of damage from this Lucio here. Booped into the front line too. Hattori trying to swing her fists, but doesn't manage to land the connection onto Dana, but the Dynamite's doing a lot of work too. Goes Notori traded. Zoro in such a dominant position. There is 3 minutes, of course, for SRPeakCheck, but this fight isn't exactly clean for the team. They did lose Hattori, so it looks like, yeah, Sobek's just going to speed on back, and they're going to have to play a little bit more cautiously, but bringing themselves towards this first point, giving up space for SRPeakCheck.
Uh-oh. Well, Zoro's down. Now you really have to give up even more space because you don't want to take this fight 5v4. You're starting to work up to ultimates as well, so Potanova being able to hit the amplification matrix first is such a big deal. If you can keep buying some time off the clock, especially around this first corner, knowing that Ash can have the sight lines there, then I think this is good shape. Hitori's going to take a bit of damage, so to try to get Potanova up to this one as fast as possible, but Hitori can't get too low. Almost got isolated there.
Hitori's 1 HP as well. Both windows coming out. Zoro immediately going down, and Dana again with another flank TP. Just microwaving the backline. I mean, I'm not sure how long Hitori is going to be able to survive here. Probably a couple of seconds at the very most, with 2 minutes pretty much to go for SRPeakCheck. Supershy.
This is not looking good.
They've got 2 ults. They've got 2 of the biggest ults that they require to win these fights, but it is not looking good whatsoever. Payload's going to halt here for a brief moment as SRPeakCheck are just going to regroup. But they got 4 ults of their own. It's going to be a miracle for Supershy to come back into this one.
Well, they know that Supershy have to walk up to them, so they can set a little bit farther back. Oh.
Blizzard from Pack. The TP.
She has the Annihilation.
Annihilation, yeah. I mean, they still got it. And Cloudy and Dana do end up going down. There's still another fight here. Notori hitting the T-pose real quick as SRPeakCheck go for another regroup. 1 more fight. 3 big ults. The beats here are going to be just crucial to keeping both teams alive.
Especially through the Annihilation, and you also have Bob, just an extra presence here from Supershy. Yeah, they have to.
They're just going to flip the script on them completely. Claudia, surprised didn't go for the shadow. There it is. Does land. Hitori ends up going down, but a wall comes in. Super clutch. Annihilation. It's going to rip and tear, but the sound barrier from SRPeakCheck is going to be a later one from them, and Hitori just gets run over. Even with the Bob on the car, I'm not sure how much they're going to be able to withstand now. Daned just picking up Sobek, Zoro dead, and there it is. SRPeakCheck tie the series up on their map pick of Circuit Royale.
But that was very close. Like, even with the 3.5 minutes, it came down to the wire with that one final team fight. And so still some expert positioning with something like the teleporter to give SRPeakCheck the upper hand, but I think that was really close, and we do have a series. This could be another map 5. Another map 5, another one.
We've got guaranteed 4 maps at the very least.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
Now it's Supershy's turn to choose, of course, as we move on to the next one. So Escort's out of the pool, so we're not going to go see something like a Dorado. Hybrid, of course, push and Flashpoint. I mean, a lot of the times that, I mean, it's the Mei versus Meis. A lot of these walls are coming in so clutch, either blocking the shadows, saving people from going down from shadow, even like stopping the Annihilation, also doing a lot of work. The Meis have such a large responsibility in this series so far. I think this is one of a lot of people's favorites, I'd imagine. Cloudy taking a couple with him. Even exploded mid-air. See that? Boom. Awesome
So
stuff
funny.
to see.
Oh, it's so good. But yeah, the Mei is so delicate in this balance because you only have that one wall for X number of cooldown and for so many different abilities that you would want to have it prepared for. Yeah, I like amp matrix, blocking the immortality field AoE, maybe even blocking off some of the sound barrier. Like, there's so many different uses for it, and you got to watch Fi and Pack deliver on those fronts. I know Potanova just playing secret agent over there, trying not to get
Gold Knight
out.
007 difficulty.
I love it.
Yeah, good stuff from both Pack and Fi so far on the maze. Yeah, will Supershy take us to a dive map? Will they take us to a map that is not good for the Rhine? Because I think a lot of the time, Symmetra covers up a lot of the weaknesses, right? Mm-hmm. At the very end of the day. Here's Pack throwing down. Yeah, there it is. There's the cancel of the Blizzard. Got that in 4K right there. Good stuff. Yeah, and the Mei left clicking you at the same time. You just get froze so quickly. There was a fraction of a second there too late. And here's another good wall. Bam, straight into it. A lot of responsibility for the maze. A whole lot of responsibility. But it was Sobek using the beat super early, and then Kronos using the beat on top, and then Hattori's just perma-focused in the front line. Because as soon as you eliminate Hattori too, it's Cloudy is pretty free. Here are some of the stats from that last game as well. Very close. 1.1 KDA to 0.9 in SRPeakCheck. So getting a few less kills there, but still coming out on top with a win on Circuit.
Yeah, the time bank was just such a big deal, because if they had any less time, then that looks like a Supershy win. Really does. Like, it took SRPeakCheck quite a few tries to actually get through that final little bit of meterage. And so major credit to Supershy for making it as close as they have. It has been such a phenomenal series to watch both of these teams go at it. And as we take a look at the map pool, this is where we can start to mull a little bit more over what map we might be going to next, knowing that it is Supershy's pick. You say maybe go to a dive map, and so I kind of think Paraíso feels like the right place to go, and we haven't seen it in a while, at least on EMEA.
Yeah, I mean, Paraíso would be kind of the map to stump the Rhine, but again, Sim does cover up a lot of those problems.
Yeah.
You can just TP around, and there's lots of ways you can get to that high ground with the Symmetric Teleport, so yet to be seen. We'll see where Supershy actually want to go from here. Looks like it's going to be New Junk City. Okay, so again, rush map. So it's going to be the same comps. It's going to be Zoro on the Ash. They're going to have the Maze. They're going to have the Rams from Supershy. And, well, SRPeakCheck, they're going to run Sim. They're going to run May. And they're going to run Ryan. Unless they come out with something a little bit more tricky here. But honestly, there's an argument here. You could have Damned swap over to something else, but I think with running the Sim and how you just TP onto the backline, they've had so much practice with it anyway. I'd be shocked to see anything too wildly different.
I think if you change up what that slot is, it just wildly changes the dynamic of how they would also play together as a team. And so if you're already well-oiled with knowing that you have the Symmetra alongside the Mei, then it's like, okay, well, like, you really shouldn't change it up. Is it kind of what I think we saw Fi go far. I might be mixing stuff up. I'm actually thinking maybe of Naga going far in the previous series. Never mind. I'm definitely like. They're all like melding together for me at this point.
I've been awake a little bit crazy.
I've been awake too long. But yeah. Okay.
The Bastion from Fi. All right. Okay. Yeah. So
you know what? I like
wacky,
it.
But
I see the
Bastion's got a lot of merits against the Ram.
Just neuter the shield completely from the Ramatra, or even the
okay.
honestly.
Okay. Well. Okay. Just a classic Cloudy pin. All right. First fight's done, everybody. Good stuff. Good stuff. Wrap it up.
Oh, good. Ooh, shake it off. Go to the next one. That was a ton of damage, though. I mean, like, the Fire Strike and the pin, Cloudy's already gonna have 60% towards an Earth Shatter for this first fight. It's not very often that I feel like you see the tank ultimate coming up before anything else on the team. Usually you're looking like, oh, you know, the Baptiste, they're doing so much healing, so much damage, it's gonna be the Amp Matrix first, but it's gonna be the Earth Shatter. So, that's really funny. I like the funny things. Bastion, though, if you already have control of the point, you just get to set up shop and not worry about things.
Oh, what a headshot.
Well, now you worry about that.
Oh, yeah, and the Dynamite gets the kill onto Danet as well. As long as Zora gets a little bit of time to ramp up the damage on the Ash and hit good Dynamites, it might be tough for SRPeakCheck because they're on waves of aggression, right? They want to get in there, they want to hit the Bastion turret form, they want to kill somebody, and then they want to reset. And then over and over again. But Zora does a lot more damage, like, kind of in the neutral in that regard, just consistent damage. And it looks like Fi's actually going to switch up here. Actually just going to go to Mei instead. So no more Bastion. She's going to TP, hope for a pin. There's the wall from Pac, stopping that from happening.
The Bastion is so much more difficult to try to reapproach from, so I think it's like, it works once, but now you get sent back to spawn, come back out on the Mei, it works a lot better. As you said, in the neutral.
What a shatter. Another beautiful wall from Pac. Man, he's neutering Cloudy. Somewhat special here. No, Nemesis form, the Annihilation. There's nothing you can do. Tanid was at full charge there, almost the entire fight. Sim cannot be underestimated, and Cloudy just face planting into those tires after that blizzard caught him out. They're going to throw in the sound barrier though. SRPeakCheck think they can win this one. Pack popping the block, popping the wall. And that is one dead May. They still need to clean these kills up. They eventually do it. Bob has been deployed too. We'll see if they can come back with a little bit of revenge. And yet, Podanova and Sobek, they clean up Kronos and Ghost, and that will be Supershy claiming this first point.
Oh, if I get staggered there also, just like as the last player to fall, you don't get a chance to get the wave respawn either, so you have to wait for Fi to come back up before Kronos can actually go ahead and try to taxi them back. So you are going to see Supershy beat them to the punch when we head over to Junkyard as our next flashpoint. Sobek having the sound barrier up soon is so critical. You have that as the perfect response to something like this 5 Blizzard. Even with the Danid photon barrier, hasn't really mattered too much for Sobek to find maximum value with these sound barriers.
They're going super low. Got the wall too. It's going to be kind of frustrating to play into. Blizzard on the high ground. Cloudy with the pin kill against the wall. Still going to commit to this fight though as Supershy as they use that sound barrier. No Nemesis form. Hattori peeling back just a little bit with the Fi kill. They might be good for another. Podanova falling to Ghost. Cloudy going super low though. You can now see again springboarding back in is Hattori. Another Nemesis form utilized. Danid charging up fully. They have to kill this Sim. It just does so much work against the tanks, and Danid just unperturbed in that fight. You gotta focus that Sim. As soon as it ramps up to full torque, it's tough to keep Hattori alive, especially when Podo goes down in amongst the chaos. SRPeakCheck, they're gonna find the cap.
And now you get the Symmetra to set up all of those turrets, make it a little bit easier to start farming up a lot of that charge too. Fi, actually, we saw him switch over briefly to the Tracer, but does come back on this May. Helps out here a little bit, but the Earth Shatter just gets completely tanked.
Yep, tanked. You even got the Crit Shatter too, hitting Pack directly on the dome.
Right? But like the Blizzard on top of it from Pack stopped him in his tracks, and then you just got Hattori punching him out of the way. And so Supershy, like just like that, they're able to tank this Earth Shatter, get back control of this point, and just start trying to chip away at some of the differential that's been made here. Annihilation here for Hattori alongside this Amplification Matrix. You can at least match out of Ghosts. Wow, the Amp Matrix so early actually from Podanova.
Yeah, I really like that. It's harder to get a lot of that Matrix value on that point unless you're playing super far back, but then the comp of SRPeakCheck wants to run through that anyway, so I like using it really early. In fact, Tori's setting up something sneaky as well. She's below Cloudy right now. Annihilation available. Oh, okay, decides against it in the very end, the final few moments there. Wall comes in, gets destroyed. Fi not being able to isolate somebody. Tori, see if she still wants to go in. Yeah, does look like so. They want to. Annihilation met with a sound barrier, but Danid's already dead. Main damage dealer down now. Is that Annihilation on the high ground? I mean, good luck. Ain't no way you're fighting back this one. Supershy do end up losing their Lucio, but they're going to get the point. 100 to 58 as SRPeakCheck now 1 point away from losing this map in a 3-0 fashion on one of the maps they should be extremely strong at using the Brawl. Oh,
but the Ramatra Brawl has just worked out so much better. And yeah, the positioning, they are going to be in front of SRPeakCheck, actually making their way over to
what a pin! Oh, what a pin! Podanova was a little too late there, lagging behind, and LA's Cloudy. Like smelling blood in the water there if you're a shark. I mean, look, you got to go for those. Can they find any more picks though? I mean, Ghost is dead. This fight isn't over. It's getting pretty scrappy with it. Okay, there we go. Eventually they're cleaned up. It should be SRPeakCheck claiming this point.
That is SRPeakCheck taking it, but like they did on that last flashpoint, they weren't able to actually convert it over to a flashpoint win for themselves. Second round, they're faring a little bit better. They do have the Earth Shatter and Blizzards and just a couple more ultimates in the tank than what Supershy do have. And I think that they should be in a pretty good spot to try to match this. But Zara has been so sick with it. Like the dynamites and all of those headshots, been really easy to actually take out SRPeakCheck from being able to use these ultimates.
Oh, that's a good ball. I think that might prompt a disengage. Yeah, don't want to fight that. Buys a lot of time too. The wall lasts for so long. Now you have to reclaim the position. Cloudy wants you to do that too. What a shatter! Hits Sorrow, hits Hattori. Initially, that damage was tanked by that lamp, but as soon as that was dealt with, Cloudy can just swing on through. 13 HP, does not care. Probably should maybe a little bit there. TP's Potanova with a nice little angle on Cloudy. Might just be able to secure this fight too. They're still stalling it out. Might be a 90%. It might be a 99% for SRPeakCheck. Potanova can't find an angle to kill SRPeakCheck support or a DPS in the front line.
Oh my god, he actually almost died there. You needed the Immortality Field to save yourself, but that bought so much time for the rest of SRPeakCheck to actually come back.
There's the Annihilation, but now they have to deal with the sound barrier. Tori just isolated from the front line. Cloudy dancing with death once again. Super low HP, but SRPeakCheck end up claiming that point. Oh, we're so back.
You said 99%. I raise you a 100% because of that insane survivability. So SRPeakCheck, they finally are able to get a point on the board as we head over to the next flashpoint. They had to use a lot there though, right? Like the amplification matrix, the sound barrier, both out of the pocket here for SRPeakCheck. So the onus is on Supershy to actually make some magic happen here as we enter into Ducks. But high ground versus the low ground approach.
Stopping Danit from getting rammed is going to be so difficult. Blizzard used super early. Who's caught? Spy, Cloudy, booped away from the lamp. Cloudy's still pretty low. I think they just saved them. Okay, now they descend on the kills. A Dynamite in the back line too. You don't want to go down to those turrets, sorry. There you go. Do a little bit of a cleanup duty there. Nice early push. Nice Blizzard from Pack 2. So you could see the idea there from Cloudy. Just hiding behind that big pillar. It's like, surely Snowball won't freeze me here.
No.
SRPeakCheck do end up losing that fight.
Snowball is too friendly for that. So, yeah, SRPeakCheck back once again to spawn. Coming back in with their own Blizzard, though. Fi's going to have that ready to go for this next fight. Another Photon Barrier here for Danit, so maybe an easy way to make sure that you're actually going to be able to land this Blizzard. Here's a Photon first.
Oh, that Borb is in the middle of the barrier, too. I think that would affect both sides. Does end up falling over, so Danit is full charge right now on the left click. As the point almost gets flipped. It's quite scrappy. I mean, Fi is chasing an Ashe right now. Yuzoro can't quite run away. But Fi wondering where the rest of my team are? Well, I guess I can see Pack on the point, but I'm just going to get staggered. This is really bad for SRPeakCheck. Supershy going to make this last fight without the Mei. Fi ends up going down super late. And Supershy have ults to spare too. Tori with the Annihilation. They've got window. It's tank ult versus tank ult here. What's better, the Shadow or the Annihilation?
Well, I see the windows first. I see the window first, and then Hitori can go ahead and hit the Annihilation. Oh, but the Shatter first.
Cloudy is so low. Sound Barrier comes in just in the nick of time, but Cloudy's already dead. Annihilation has been pulled. Supershy running away with this one. New Junk City is theirs. And theirs alone as they find match point in the series. Supershy now one more map away from knocking SRPeakCheck out of this group and sailing themselves off to the main event next week.
New York City looked like it was just their territory all day, every day. The Matra rush looked so good, and they made pretty quick work of a lot of the pushes that this Reinhardt composition wanted to make. All the walls, I think Pack had the perfect type of reaction time in order to make sure that the walls were blocking the pins or the rushes or the earth shatters or anything. And you're just not finding value anymore if you're going to be running into pretty good reactions like that.
It's looking good so far. Supershy with a map 5 banger. Reverse sweep as well against EXO yesterday. Worth checking out if you didn't see it. If you weren't available yesterday, worth checking the VODs on the channel, on the YouTube channel. SRPeakCheck, of course, both teams obviously beating EXO. EXO had a very disappointing group. Was a very mean group, though. Virtus Pro, Supershy, SRPeakCheck, EXO Oblivione.
Yeah.
Tough group to be in, for sure. I mean, even Supershy coming up with the map win against Virtus Pro in their series in the opening match. Very competitive group with now match point for Supershy, and with this map, if they end up winning the next one, hey, that's a back-to-back win going towards the main event. It'll be a disappointing finish, I think, for SRPeakCheck and a lot of the fans out there. I know there's a lot of people cheering for Cloudy and this Reinhardt play. It wouldn't be EU without a few Reinhardt players.
It's everybody on this roster. They're just like, they're so easy to support as players. Like, whether it is going to be the fanfare of the Reinhardt play, or it's just these players that you have come to know being around EMEA contenders for a long time. Like, you're always going to want to support these players. I think Ghost specifically is also really started to make a name for himself. Even though he was on the ENT's roster, as sort of just had to take a little bit of a backseat to Crimzo being in that supportive role. The Baptiste play has been really clean, and I think Ghost has a really bright career ahead of him. So even if it's maybe not this stage, I really do hope that SRPeakCheck, well, maybe they can extend their stay here, right? I don't want to get too ahead of things. We still have a couple more maps that we could play out here, but I do hope that they stick together. Like, this is just such a fun team to watch, and I would be really sad if we didn't get a chance to see them in Stage 4 too.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, just after this break, we'll see if this is going to be the defining map for Supershy, or will SRPeakCheck take us to another map number 5? Honestly, at this point in EU, it's going to be map number 5. I've got a good feeling about it.
I'm ready.
We'll see you after this. Supershy, one more map away from securing themselves a spot in the main event next week, as SRPeakCheck have decided we're going to fight it out on Eichenwalde.
Aha, the home advantage for the Reinhardt.
The 5% damage buff, don't tell anybody.
Could you imagine? Like, this is my laundry list of things that I think would be amazing for April Fool's patch.
Oh, okay.
You give a little bit of a... oh, he got scared, guys.
Yeah,
he actually got really scared.
I can't map passives. This is gonna go crazy with the comp community.
This is April Fool's patch. This is my creator. This is my creator mindset, right? You got the home advantage here for certain heroes on their specific maps. You've got the fist damage that scales with
how big
the character is. Yeah.
No. Oh, for an April Fool's, why not? Widow doesn't get one because Paris doesn't exist in the game anymore. Thankfully.
Oh, that's
Will they ever remake Paris? Do you reckon? The only memory I have of Paris being in the game, like one strong memory, is there's a clip of Scott Custer, and it's like a Bastion setup with double shield, and there's he's the Mercy in that comp, and he has the toggle right click on, so he toggle right clicks the Bastion and just leaves and just gets food and gets a coffee and then comes back. He's not dead, and he's just been toggle right clicking the Bastion, just pure AFK game mode. It was, yeah, thank God Paris is not it. That map was painful when it was in ranked. It was in ranked.
It was really pretty though.
It was good. Had that piano as well. Just kind of got the piano, the little concert room or whatever it was in the spawn. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It's okay.
I can see them making it though. Clash. That's it. That's the one. It's gonna come back as a Clash map.
But it won't be Paris, because we have Throne of Anubis, you know, and then we have Hanaoka, which is like Hanamura, so it'll be something else, right? I don't know. Here's the bracket group for Group D. Of course, Virtus.pro ended up making it through pretty early on, only dropped one map. But that one map was actually to Supershy, as you can see down there in the bottom left. And then they ended up just 3-0ing SRPeakCheck. Supershy looking rather strong, powerful, charismatic right now, as SRPeakCheck are down and need to find the next two to find themselves in the main event. Did just see a win on New Junk City by Supershy, and here it is. It is a Ram, May, and Zoro on the Ashe defense yet again. No real surprises. Are we going to see Far in the Bastion? I kind of liked it on New Junk City. I'm like, I can see the vision here, but I think the May is a lot stronger for the team. I wonder if they're just going to roll out again, try and find a pick and a win, because that's all you need. Just a single pick with the Bastion, and you're good. You can do that in one rotation of cooldowns, right? You can one turret form.
Yeah, I think you could work on an attack. I think where it struggles is the fact that Flashpoint is so fast that if you don't actually get it to work the first time, then it's like, oh no, like we've wasted so much time, it feels like, because we're already down a half of a Flashpoint. But this time around, I don't know, you got the teleporter to get you past this first big open choke point, and then you can set the Bastion up and go.
Well, they already burnt their TP. And there's Hattori stepping up to the plate, fight, filling her with bullets for the time being. And here comes the kills. Yeah, that's going to be the big problem. If you can't get the kill initially with the Bastion there, it becomes so difficult. Like I mentioned before, Zoro is just... the consistent damage from the Ashe is just ridiculous. You can see how much damage Fi got done as well. 18% ult charge. And look at Hattori. Already 45% on her ult.
It is a lot. And then
sticking with it,
Prodonova
though.
as well, 50% towards the amplification matrix. But yeah, Fi is actually going to stick to the Bastion. If it didn't work the first time, at least you have a little bit more time to play around with
Right.
on the hyper
Compared to
map. So
Flashpoint.
that was kind of where I was getting at with that one. Yeah, so see if it works again. If it doesn't work the second time, maybe switch.
Oh, Kronos down though to Zoro. Not a good start. Cloudy trying to get back into the house. Please let me in. I'm so low. I'm so weak. Summon's dead though. There's no lamp, but this is going to be an aggressive push. Oh, and Cloudy once again taken to the cleaners. There's a SRPeakCheck. Already burnt almost half their time bank gone, pretty much. As they are all grouped together once again, and Fi just not getting damage in. And now here becomes the real problem. Okay, Fi eventually switching over to the Mei now. Here becomes the real problem for SRPeakCheck. You've lost a couple of fights back to back. The time bank's looking a little meek. And now you switch, and now you're no way near that Blizzard.
Well, at least you have other things, right? You got the photon barrier and the amplification matrix, but I think even the bigger problem is the fact that Cronus doesn't have sound barrier. This is Supershy with 5 ultimates to throw at this next fight.
Oh, good boop up with the Bob. Ghost almost ascended to the heaven there as a ghost. That was ridiculous. Surprised it ended up going down, but here comes the sound barrier. Annihilation. Oh, they are just... there is no hope for you, unfortunately. Oh, Sobek! Nice, Kronos. Good boop. Unfortunately, the rest of your team already dead. There's the spawners 5, SRPeakCheck. They haven't got the Lucio, that being Supershy. So SRPeakCheck could take advantage of this, and they've got sound barriers, so they could go quick. TP in, sound barrier straight to the backline, maybe hit a big shatter. It's going to be up to Pack here to try and find something with the Blizzard, but Sobek's going to be back in just a moment. You can already see the Lucio Churros being fired off. There is the Blizzard. Cloudy in trouble, receives a lamp just in the nick of time. Same with Hattori though, also pretty low. And now they have to try and survive through this sound barrier. But where are the kills? Shatter lands. Here comes the pin. Prodonova slammed into the wall. And SRPeakCheck. They eventually get it popping here on first point. 60 seconds to go, but it was the sound barrier advantage at the very end of it that made the difference.
And it wasn't a very clean fight either. The fact that you needed a sound barrier advantage for that, and you were also so low on the time, it can be a little bit difficult here to kind of build some confidence for the rest of this map. Fi also switched back to the Bastion. I also now feel much less confident. But I guess you just protect the president, the good old pirate ship strats. I guess you could. You're probably not going to do that. Like, you could actually get an off angle with the Bastion. We see a lot of top teams don't actually plant the Bastion on the cart, but...
Yeah, I mean, now you're just playing on high ground, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Pack was like, where did they go? They just disappeared. But actually on the high ground, if they've swapped sides, little switcheroo. The permanent stall. They do have to win the fight at some point. The window with the Bastion. Also 1,000 DPS. Something ridiculous. Prodonova has no business being on this side of the map, unfortunately. This belongs to us. SRPeakCheck, yeah, they're winning that fight, especially with the Bastion through the window. No chance for you there. As they wait for the bait to thaw out. And there we go. All good. They've got the payload going again. But with these comms rows, what they're very good at doing is taking a crazy amount of multiple fights. So they've only just breached the first doors, right? And they've only got 2 minutes remaining.
It's not a lot of time. The photon barrier is going to make this really quick, though, as you take this fight early. Oh, the Earth Shatter onto Hattori.
Good shatter, though. Better wall coming through from Pack yet again, saving Hattori's life. That Bob quickly made easy pickings there for Fi. Both Baptistes down, and unfortunately for SRPeakCheck, they are fighting a 4v3, or there were 3-on-3 there after losing Podo, as they need someone to touch the point. Those mortar strikes, not normally too good for kills, but still finding one onto Zoro. As SRPeakCheck still in good stead, as Hattori just once again just tries to survive as long as possible, cowering in the corner.
Well, 1 more minute off the clock. Though as SRPeakCheck starts around the final bend of second point, they have 1 minute and 10 seconds left. They don't have anything really outside of the sound barrier, though. So Supershy, they have 4 ultimates to throw at this one. You would think that this could be their fight to win as they pop out of the spawn doors.
Hit the beat. Only a 2-man beat, though.
Ooh.
Annihilation. Still going to touch the point, mind you. Sound barrier coming in for SRPeakCheck. Hits 4, and now the Blizzard on point. Now Cloudy's in trouble. But where's the damage? Where's the follow-up? There's some healing coming in from this high ground as well. Ghost is on such a good spot, super far away from the team. And Hattori and Sobek managed to hold on for the time being. Although Hattori's taking a lot of damage. Little Lucio 1v1. And Ghost, oh yeah, I don't think you want to win this fight. See you later. I think Ghost was hoping Hattori didn't have the Nemesis form. Unfortunately for Ghost, she did. 3 meters to go now, and only 19 seconds left for SRPeakCheck to get back to this point.
And still nothing left in the tank here. Maybe Dana gets the photon barrier, but Fi actually thinking about switching over to a Pharah as a last-ditch effort to see if they can get it over the line. There isn't a really great way to hit the Pharah outside of Zoro's Ash, but you gotta actually get to the point first.
Yeah, they TP'd on top of it. Danad is just on his lonesome on that high ground. Fi has popped over to the Pharah, has managed to pick off Zoro. We'll see if this could be the difference maker here as Cloudy narrowly dicing with death, almost getting booped off there by Sobek. Fi's now in the mix. Is looking straight towards Poto as the hammer does land on the ground and Pack ends up falling to Cloudy. But Hattori is still alive, but they need to actually get back to the point. Hattori is super low though. They need Poto Nova to stay alive in this fight. Eventually, Zoro comes back on the sim, gets full charge, and that's all she wrote. SRPeakCheck not being able to breach those second set of doors on Eichenwalder as Supershy. Kind of running rings around Cloudy there, but a lot of the time when you're in that situation, when you're this close to that second point, it's all the spawn advantage from the defenders. If you can just pick quick heroes to come back, it's so hard for the attackers to maintain an aggressive posture, maintain an aggressive stance on the point. And it's a very, very slow bleed out for the team, and that is where SRPeakCheck will end their push.
The 2.5 minutes, it felt like that they wasted on the Bastion push. Oh, they're bringing it on the defense.
I
do
like
it on the Torbjorn. Okay, hang on.
Wait a second.
I like this. Let him cook. Let him cook.
Okay, so Torbjorn, let me refresh everybody's memories. Received a buff this patch.
That's true.
25 health got converted into 25 armor. Torb mains everywhere, rejoicing. There is one Torb player on NA ladder, pretty high rated. I can't say the name on stream. Something Goblin.
Oh.
Something Goblin 69. Pretty good Torb player, and I would say a lot of Torbs. A lot of Torb players, they're pretty fun to have in your games more often than not. But with the double turret comp, so with the Torb and the Bastion, you're playing this pretty slow. You're waiting for the rotations of Fi's Bastion, but you are going to get absolutely melted in the neutral. If you let Zoro and Pack kind of weave in around these shields, the Torb's not going to do too strong against this Ashe, and this turret is also not going to stand up to much scrutiny either. But this is what I'm talking about, you know?
Yeah.
Rotating Bastion shifts, just the turret form. If you can take these fights at any decent pace for yourselves, Supershy are going to have a tough time.
I'm just remembering the good old Lightbringer days. Any other old heads in the chat remember the Lightbringer days from the Avoided, and Clockwork Vendetta rosters? I'm just saying the Torb mains stay winning at this point.
Torb is a W hero. One of the funnest DPS in the game.
I miss
argue with anybody with that.
No, I don't. I don't miss that. I don't actually miss Nimbani. But I missed Nimbani for Torb, specifically.
Oh, Danet's on fire right now. Didn't realize this kid didn't have any hair, looking like J3 out here. Oh, Zoro. Oh, you don't. Come on. The Torb right clicks, they're still as powerful as ever. Pack end up going down to Fi's ultimate. It's been tough for Hattori to really kind of make a statement on these pushes. Again, if you take the fight to your own paces with the Bastion, it's really hard for Hattori to do much on the ramp.
Yeah.
Because you end up blowing Nemesis form super early to sustain through that damage, and then you haven't got that to swing through the shield of Cloudy.
Well, one more time. At least these fights are happening quickly. You've got the amplification matrix now too to start opening things up. The turret's also down because Zoro's been able to take that out, and it's just gonna be an ult fest. Let's throw everything.
Chrono's almost Ajaxing there. Kept pretty passively on that high ground. That Bob was stopping Kronos being a factor in that fight. Point's going to get capped too. 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. Supershy with a decent time bank. We'll see if Danit ends up opting for a swap here. I would say Torb not the best on this point.
Yeah.
See if he goes back to
debatable.
anything. Yeah.
I
trust Danit.
Yeah, I trust Danit with this pick 110%. So if you're gonna make it work on the first point, you're also kind of stuck now. You have a chance to set up here. You know, Cloudy's got the Earth Shatter, maybe buys you a little bit of time to actually get this turret set up on the high ground. You can also throw it up into like the nest on the upper right. We're taking a look at Danit's perspective, and there's multiple different ways that you could actually attack this.
Oh, good wall. There's the Annihilation. Beautiful shatter from Cloudy. Stops Satori in her tracks.
Switch.
Still though, Ghost going down, not good. SRPeakCheck have to react now. They have to end this fight pretty quickly, but there's the Nemesis form. Straight after Annihilation ends up expiring. And Kronos, Danid, and Cloudy will end up going down. Oh, the lonesome turrets. Unfortunately, yeah, it's just going to get rolled over with that payload. And now they can take this high ground. That pick onto Ghost was crucial to the success there for Supershy.
It really was, because that made sure that there was no healing to be able to keep everybody alive. That immortality field was also off the table, so you could go in and attack with this big Annihilation, and you're just able to open things up so much. SRPeakCheck are back though, but they have realistically 2 more defensive touches here until we are looking at the potential of Supershy just taking the series. This tussle on high ground though.
He's been headshot too. Fi's so low, he can't get caught out! Fi was alone on the sidelines, on those mini stairs. And Zoro might have just won it for them too. Nice little bob on the lamp, is just going to stay stationary, just gunning everybody down. And Zoro might have done it. Fi with a ridiculous flank there. It looked like they wanted to hit the nade, hit the Bastion form, just mow down the people on the high ground and then take over the game, but was sniffed out by Zoro so quickly. Pac has got ult, so is Podanova. It's going to be such a hard recontest.
Too smart for them. You have the, I guess the mortar strikes to help out a little bit, but at least it gets you out of spawn.
Cloudy! Oh, the blizzards! This might just be it, Rose, and I think it is Supershy. They thwarted the double turret composition. They're going to knock SRPeakCheck out of Group D and secure themselves a spot in the main event.
At least they went down swinging. SRPeakCheck treated us all to such a great show with the Reinhardt, the Torbjorn, and the Bastion at the end of things. I'm sad for SRPeakCheck. I am happy for Supershy, but I also think we got some really entertaining team comps, so we looking across the board at EMEA today.
We did, and Jack, he called it. He asked for that Torp at the beginning of the series.
We got it.
And it's been delivered. Was it the most optimum?
It didn't work that much.
No, but
he was trying his best.
He was trying his best, and that's all that matters. Speaking of the best, I mean, quite frankly, Supershy, they showed up this week. Yesterday, they reverse swept Oblivioni, which was absolute nail-biter of a match. And then today, they're reigning supreme with that Ram Rush. Also, they're rocking the triple Spark skin. That just goes hard. So, big fan,
yeah,
big fan.
Go crazy. Big fan of those. Yeah, it's man, it's been really fun watching SRPeakCheck. It's going to be sad to see them go, but I think this Supershy squad has a lot of promise. I think, yeah, that Oblivione game was just crazy. The reverse sweep, and then they're kind of matching up against the Rush here. The Ram is always going to favor over the Reinhardt. I mean, it's just so much of a better hero in that regard, in brawling, and the ultimate too is just so good. And it's cool to see SRPeakCheck trying something different with the Bastion as well. A very entertaining game. Today in general for EMEA has been extremely entertaining, from the comps and how close these games are. I mean, the Gaming Gladiators game is also just absurd. I think that was my highlight of the day. But the Supershy team, I'm excited to see how far they can go. Double elimination too, so there's a couple of chances to make it big.
Yeah, their composition just worked so well. Obviously, the Ram against the Reinhardt. I mean, you're feasting at that point. Pac did such a good job on that Mei, really splitting them up, rendering most of the composition from SRPeakCheck useless, because he would just like block those shatters, block anything essentially. So not much to be done. I think just across the board, I'm super impressed with what we've seen from Supershy. Again, they made some changes to their roster. They lost a few pieces heading into Stage 3. I think they're looking really, really solid right now.
And it's great too because Hitori, while she ended up mainly playing the Ramatra for this matchup, we know that she also has a fantastic Winston, and so a lot of flexibility that this roster can actually delve into for when we actually do see them in this main event. So this is definitely not the last that we're going to see of them, and I'm excited to see if they can kind of keep up with the rest of the teams in the main event. We were hoping for this for Supershy for a while. How could you not love a name like Supershy, first of all, for the team?
Sure, yeah.
It just
Also
reminds
for
me of
players
Danny.
too.
It just reminds me of Danny singing the song like every single time I hear the name.
Danny living rent-free in all of our minds.
I know.
Always, actually, just as a general thing. Let's take a look at who got the player of the match. Pac, player of the match. Very, very well deserved indeed.
Yeah, I like you picked it up. So like the walls from Pac were so good. Like the Mei play was just exceptional. And that's the big crux to that comp, the Rhine comp, right? You want to get on top of them. If you hit the big shatters, you're going for these crazy pins, you're just getting thwarted over and over again by Pac's walls. Blizzards were very good too. The efficiency must have been pretty damn high on like the freeze targets. Classic, you know, Maze need to be good at hitting right clicks. The damage from across the map and being able to keep up with the enemy Mei too, because you know Fi's going to be playing Mei, you know Dan is going to be playing the Sim. Like you need to be on top of your game, hitting just consistent damage with the right clicks. But the main thing for me, I think, was the walls and how intelligent you can be with them. There's another one, another perfect example. Stopping Cloudy just mowing people down with the hammer.